Do I have no audio? Okay, hang on. Let me see if I'm streaming. I think I'm streaming. Gibson Lens, Bert, hello, welcome in. How's it going? Thanks for the streamer song list tip, by the way. Is my audio working? I'm not sure. I haven't confirmed. For the streamer song. Never mind. I'm good. I've heard my audio working. Did you complete the dad joke redeem yesterday? I did. Yeah. I read like 2 or 3 of the dad jokes, and yes, thank you for checking. I'm actually really bad about managing redeems because I'm not sure if there's a way I can have a redeem window up in OBS, mostly because that would be most convenient for me, but hey, Umbran Crow, hello, welcome in. How's it going? How are you doing tonight? I'm gonna game with a friend. I shall return. Yeah, no problem. Enjoy the game, Ghost. Thanks for stopping by, and good luck in the game. Hopefully, whether it's cooperative or competitive, win. Get good. That's my advice. Win and get good. Chris M. Yee, hello, welcome in. How's it going, everybody? Man, nope, we're just cooking. Oh, okay. In a video game. Oh, gotcha. All right. Umbran Crow, you've got a story for me? Okay. Shoot, go ahead. Also, I'm going to turn on the trick list. And if somebody could just request something, I just need to check to see if it works because there was apparently a new streamer song list permission that we had to enable for followers. So let's see. Trying to find a game that's co-op is surprisingly annoying. Oh yeah, but yeah, later folks. Yeah, later Ghost. All right. Umbran Crow redeemed and applause. Okay. Cool. All right, Chris M. thank you for the request. Yep, random request. 3 travelers. Awesome. Hi Chris. All right. And Ghost. Excellent. So let's see. First things first. I have to get my cheating hands on, and so we'll go ahead and do that on camera because there's no reason to hide that everything I do is sleight of hand card magic. So I'm putting on my cheating fingers. I have made no deals with the devil. I don't do black magic or sorcery or anything of the like. So and yeah, I don't think there's a way to see redeems in OBS. Ah, okay, all right. Well, thanks for the tips. So, all right, okay, guys. General announcement for anybody who's looking forward to seeing us at TwitchCon. They changed our time slot, so now we're having our interactive workshop for Magic at on Friday instead of Saturday. So Friday evening, starting at 5. But if you're gonna be at TwitchCon, yeah, just check it out. TwitchCon. Okay, there we go. So yeah, the workshop. Gibson Lens, the Rusty Panda, and I will all be there and presenting our presentation. Which exciting news! I submitted our final presentation, which isn't really final. It's like the first draft of the final. So just in case there's some changes, which Bert, I think I saw you put some comments. I saw one. I didn't get to all of them yet, so I'll have to look back. But also just in case Twitch says anything back, I have 4 days before the final is due. And if they tell me late, I'll probably request later. But if not, we have a final that is passable. And then, yeah, I also I use that stuff at work to get a grip on bags. Hero! Yes, that's right. So yeah, if you're not familiar with SortQuick, it's used at like stores so that people who are dealing with cash, which honestly a lot of people don't anymore, but if you're bagging things, if you want to get a good grip on like plastic bags or something, it's a good way to do that. So all right, we're gonna start stream by opening up the Twitch deck in the nom box. And FYI, everybody, if you could keep an eye out in chat for Chromapunk. Chromapunk is owed a signature, so they get to sign a card. But if anybody wants to sign a card, there's actually, I think, less than a third of the deck that is unsigned left. So let's see what is unsigned currently. Most of these things are signed. Oh, I'm going to set this one aside because Chris M.E. requested a trick, so we can use this for the Chris M.E. request. And then somebody signed the 3 of spades? Probably. Wait, is that in here? Oh no, the 3 of spades is not signed yet. Okay, cool. Alright, okay, hold on. Before I start tricks, let's see, what else? We use phone, check, money, not their common sense, rewards, and cards. Gotcha. So, yeah, if anybody wants to sign a card, there's not that many. So right now I need a margarita. Oh, well, my sympathies. I mean, I encourage anybody to drink responsibly. So if you would like to drink during the stream, it makes my job easier as the magical performance to entertain you if if you have a margarita. So, but hey, that's up to you. But yeah, if anybody wants to sign a card, and I've decided that once we completely fill this deck, because, you know, in the past I wasn't sure how reasonable it was that it was going to go through the deck, and now that I'm counting, there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 cards that are unsigned. This seems very reasonable that we're going to get there. So if this gets filled up, I'm going to start a brand new deck. I'll still use both decks until this one is completely unusable, but for now, I foresee it still being a little usable. Okay, so let's see. First request. We have a request from our friend Chris Andrew War. Thank you so much for the resub with your Prime Gaming. Thank you so much, Andrew War. Let's just double check and make sure that you have signed a card. I think you have, right? Yes, you are the 2 of diamonds. Here you are. Thank you so much, Andrew War, for being continued supporter with your Prime sub. Boom. There you go. But, okay. So, I'll leave Andrew War off to the side over here. Thank you for supporting. We won't use that for the trick because we're going to be using... right here, we're going to be using the Ace of Spades, the 2 of Spades signed by our friend Chris M.E. who has requested this trick, and the 3 of Spades, which has been signed by nobody, so the 3 of Spades is still open. Now, I forget how to set up for this trick because I'm pretty sure I need to set up a specific way. So let me double check. I think this is it. Yeah, okay. So it's not complicated. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and place the 3 of spades here, and I'm going to go ahead and place the 2 of spades over here, and I'm going to place the Ace of Spades just on top. Now, what we're going to do is show you that these travelers, the 3 travelers that are named in the trick, are just the Ace, 2, and 3 of Spades, and this deck is going to represent an elevator for now. So if I go ahead and I place the ace at the bottom, all we have to do is press the up elevator button, and that ace is going to travel up to the top. And you can see that because usually we wait for a ding. I don't know if there's enough people in chat, so we can just snap for now. But if anybody wants to do a ding, now would be the time. Also, if you've been sitting around for a while and you haven't hydrated, now would be a great time to hydrate, so go ahead and hydrate. You know, in some streams, like some other people, they have a hydrate redeem to remind them to hydrate. I'm the one that reminds you to hydrate. So thank you so much, Gibson Lens, for the ding, because here we go. The ace has now traveled up to the top. And now we have Chris M.E. We're going to be placing the Chris M.E. card on the top. We're going to press the down elevator button. And I can snap, but if anybody wants to do a ding, feel free. But as I said, so yeah, hydrating is great. And then also if you need to stretch, stretching is very important. So we press the down elevator button, like Chris M.E. has now jumped to the bottom. There's our friend Chris M.E. And now for the three of spades. So what we have here is the three of spades. Now, if I go ahead and I place the three of spades here, this is now future technology. If we go ahead and press both of these buttons at the same time, this three of spades is now going to disappear from here. Look, hands are empty, and it will reappear over here. So I'm going to press those two. Now, anybody who's familiar with Star Trek, you may have seen this before, but this is kind of the precursor to the transporter, because that's effectively what it does, right? So, I may have, says the Trek nerd. There we go. So now if I go ahead and I show you, here, we'll just snap. There we go. And if I show you, the three of spades has traveled over here. And there's no duplicate three of spades. I mean, the rest of these cards are mostly signed, so. But yeah, there we go. Oh, Gibson Lens has the late whoa. The transporter went through the space-time continuum. And what happened was the transport occurred, but the sound of the transporter occurred later. And so that's why we heard that anomaly right now. So there we go. That's exactly what happened. Thank you so much for interacting with that trick, Gibson Lens, for the ding and the transporter. Thank you so much for requesting that, Chris M. Yee. I know it was random, but that's okay. I still appreciate it. So thank you so much, Andrew War, for the resub. Charlie's Beats, welcome in. And all right, awesome, cool. And we verified that the permissions for everything work. So, welcome in the Silver Median. Howdy, how's it going? All right, let's see. So we have a bunch of friends in chat. So let's go ahead and give some people some shout outs. Let's shout out our friend Chris M. Yee. If you're not following Chris M. Yee, variety streamer, plays a bunch of games, also has the Clip M. Yee Show, which showcases a bunch of clips from all across the Twitchiverse. Let's see. Let's also give our friend... Hold on. Scrolling is hard. Let's give our friend Charlie's Beats a shout out. Thank you so much for being a continued supporter of the stream, Charlie. Charlie streams occasionally. Gibson Lens is also a mod for Charlie's Beats. But I just see Charlie in literally like every stream that I hang out in. So let's see. Let's also shout out our friend, the Silver Median. The Silver Median has rated us before. It's gamer and has played a bunch of games. I think I saw... So Gears 5 is the current game. I saw... What was it? Red Dead Redemption in the past? Or no, I saw Resident Evil. You were playing Resident Evil... Which number was it? 5? 6? I forget. Seeing as I have not played many Resident Evils since a long time ago, I don't know any of the sequels. So, let's see. Who else? And then also while we're here, let's give our mod a shout out as well. If you're not following, Gibson Lens, pianist, plays a lot of excellent piano, very soothing and relaxing, except for like a few hype songs, and has composed a lot of his own originals. So there we go. My Gears-a-thon is almost done. Your Gears-a-thon, that's why you're on Gears 5? Oh my god. So, well, welcome back to Silver Median. Good luck on finishing out. It seems like you have the tenacity. You're going to finish. So there's, yeah. How'd you know I was a Red Dead fan? I thought we talked about it when I visited your stream. I thought that was brought up. So, anyway, so if there's any lurkers or anybody who doesn't know who I am, hi, my name is Nam, also known as Crazy Asian, and I like to do sleight of hand card magic, and all of my magic streams are Sleight of Hand Sunday magic streams. Welcome, you found yourself here. So, if anybody wants to request anything, I use a StreamerSonglist filled with no songs, all tricks, to basically get people, if you want to interact and you want to request a trick, feel free. If you don't know what to request, you can type in !random. We'll randomly get one in here. But otherwise, I'll just hang out, chat with chat, talk about my future TwitchCon workshop. So, yeah. And then there's actually one trick that I want to practice that is not a trick on the trick list. So it's a brand new one. I'm not even sure if I know how to do it properly quite yet. So I need to come up with patter for it, creative patter. So if anybody is familiar with what patter is, it's basically the words that I say during the trick. Whether I lie to you or tell you the truth is kind of irrelevant. It's just the story that I tell you. So, all right. Seriously though, thanks for the chat. Oh, you're welcome, Silver Median. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for raiding here one time and just being a cool guy and coming back. So there you go. And you're welcome, Gibson Lens. As always, I love shouting out and giving mod love to my mod, because now that I've modded a couple of streams, I understand. Mods put in a lot of time and effort. So gotta appreciate your mods, especially if they're great mods. So let's see here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put in, so this is literally a brand new trick. I think I figured it out right before stream. I was watching it about a half an hour before stream started, and then I was trying to reverse engineer it. And I don't know if I got it 100%, but I think it's good enough. I understand it well enough. I may have to check. And by the way, if anybody gets bored of watching this trick, because I'm sure I'll do it like a few times, just request something and then I'll do something else. So, okay. All right. Here, and we'll use cards from the Twitch deck. Okay. So we have 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, there's something weird about these cards because they are double backed. So look, if I should show you 3, 4, is that super strange? Because look, if I go ahead and show you, like, there's, they're just all backs, right? But if I were to show you that they weren't all backs, they were something else. They are the 4 kings. If I just show you, all the 4 kings are there. And if you just wanted to see, and I just show you, all 4 kings are right here. And like, if you wanted to see the backs, I could just show you that all the king's backs and all the king's horsemen put Humpty Dumpty back together again. And that, my friends, is a new trick I literally learned right before stream. Hopefully I presented it okay. I don't even know what it's... I think it's called Paradox. But I tweaked the handling a little bit because... so it's super weird, right? Okay, for anybody who's actually... Thank you kindly for the claps. Yay, Parrot Ox. DougCube, I have an idea how that is done. Excellent. So, all right, I'm going to reveal not exactly how this trick is done, but I'm going to reveal a particular thing that exists in cards. There are such cards called gimmicks or gaffs, and they are cards that are not printed normally. So I'm going to show you an example of one. But for example, this card, it may look like it's a normal card on the back. And then on the other side, it may look like it's a normal card on the back, but it's actually a card that we refer to as a double backer. And so there's actually some decks of cards that are printed that people would get that actually have a double backer. And I will let you know that the trick I just did, I believe the original version of that may use a double backer, but I saw somebody else's video that did it without using a double backer. And I was like, I can do it without using the double backer. And the presentation you just saw, I did it legitimately impromptu. I could borrow somebody else's deck of cards and just do that trick with these cards. And so, yeah, that is the cool part in my personal opinion. So we're going to see that trick again. All right, I have an idea how that's done. I have a deck of those, both blue and red. Yes, so sometimes they have different colors on both sides, double backer as well. So anyway, just knowing that those exist, you may not understand all of the implications, but like, oh my god, it could help, like, so. All right. Oh, then I don't know how you did it. Yeah, oh, great, excellent. So you don't know how I did it. Okay. The Trek Nerd, hey again, how is your stream? Welcome in, Alchemutation. How's it going? Also, if anybody doesn't know, Alchemutation, I believe, has the record for the most number of raids into my stream. So, I don't remember. I don't keep a running count, but it's in a spreadsheet, and I think there's at least 6 or 7, maybe 8 raids here. So, thanks for giving Alchemutation shout out. Yeah, so if you are not following Alchemutation, please give Alchemutation a follow. Metal Guitar also play community games. You probably didn't see me there because I was kind of lurking, but during the last time you were playing community games, I stopped in for like literally 6 minutes, I think. But anyway, if you are not following Craig, our friend Alchemutation, please give him a follow. He does what we call Smilecore. If you don't smile while listening to the hardcore music, then I don't know what will please you. So anyway, all right, I will do that trick again. So just letting you know, this is impromptu. I can use a regular deck of cards. There's no gaffes for this version, and I was proud of that. So here we go. I can show you that there's 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. And I'm just going to go ahead and show you again that the backs are, it appears as though they're double backed, right? And here's the strange thing. So, like, there's a card, there's a card, here's a card, and then there's a card. But here's the thing. If I go ahead and I just will them to become kings, they will all become kings. Because look, they're all kings. Now, some people want to see the backs of these, and I'll just show you that here on the fronts, they all appear to be normal, and actually they're all signed except for the King of Clubs, I guess. But you can come and take a look and inspect the backs of them as well, and there we have it. So that, my friends, is a paradox. What? So, all right, there we go. I'll call that a pretty good practice session. If anybody has any ideas for a creative story for that, because I don't feel like that was a creative story. That's kind of like the canned patter that comes along with it. But yeah, there you go. Expect more raids, lol, clap. 1, what? Lol. So that went over pretty well. I like that. So yeah, I guess I'm just looking for a creative story to go along with it. But other than that, I feel like I got it down. Like, I feel like it's okay. So actually, during the actual performance of the video, how I saw them ending the trick, they would actually count through the kings twice. And I'm like, why are you counting through the kings twice? Like, it didn't seem really necessary. So they'd count through the kings twice, and then they would flip the deck over to reveal, and they would actually do 1, 2, then they wouldn't show you the third one, and then the fourth one. And I was like, I can show all 4. Why wouldn't you show all 4? And then I realized why they couldn't show all 4, because I understood one of the premises. But I was like, oh, in both of the performance that I saw, like, they can show the first one, the second one. They can't show this third one and then the fourth one. And I'm like, it's so much more convincing, right? If I present to you and show you all 4 cards, like, at the end, right? That's there's no reason not to, unless you can't. That's the thing. Okay, anyway, sorry. Back up here. So for anybody who didn't know, I've been randomly streaming throughout the week, and I started streaming video game streams, everybody. So if anybody cares, check me out random other days during the week. If you see me on, at this point, I'm playing Sea of Stars. I'm really obsessed with that game. I talked a lot about it on those streams, but if you want to talk more about Sea of Stars, I'm guessing 15 hours in or so. So, yeah. Well, there's one minor show near the start if you know what to look for. Ah, yes. Doug Cube. I think we discussed when you were in before that you do know some card magic, maybe not everything, but yeah. So yeah, there are sleights that are purely just for display. So just so you know, that's a thing. Let's see, Alchemy 3 out of 4 is not convincing. Lol. Yes. I saw that. What is the game like? Oh yeah. So if anybody cares, Sea of Stars is JRPG made by the same people that made The Messenger, called Sabotage Studio, and it's their like original game that is in the universe of The Messenger, but it's a prequel, so it's the events that happened before that game. But it's highly inspired by Chrono Trigger, and if anybody cares about like other JRPGs that it's similar to, I've equated it similarly to Chrono Trigger and Octopath Traveler and Super Mario RPG. And it has like cheesy writing, so if you like The Messenger, it's similar in terms of like style and humor and things like that. So, hey, welcome in, Mark Rides. How's it going? Did you get punted yet in Sea of Stars? Oh, what do you mean? Did I get punted? I mean, technically, I have died in Sea of Stars. Like my party has wiped once, but then after that, I haven't wiped again. So, but won't say no more, no spoilers. Yes, I'm trying not to spoil Sea of Stars for anybody here. Just in case you were here to see the magic, I'm not going to spoil Sea of Stars. I assume that if you're watching Sea of Stars, that you don't care about spoilers because I'm deep enough in the game. There's a bunch of stuff that has happened. So, yeah. Yeah, Super Mario RPG was actually my favorite RPG. Chrono was cool too. So one of my favorite RPGs is actually Chrono Cross, which is a sequel to Chrono Trigger. I actually played Chrono Cross first, and then I played Chrono Trigger after. So yeah, but yeah, Super Mario RPG. There's going to be a remake. I think was it Super Mario RPG Wonder or something. There's a scene where you get kicked in order to travel. Oh, okay, yeah, Mark Rides. Yes, I know, right. But if you play the demo, I think it'll mostly make sense. So yeah, oh yes, Sea of Stars. All right, literally punted. Can't wait for the Super Mario RPG remake. Excellent, great news. Okay, so I have Twisting Picasso's Arm up next. Sorry for the delay. I have I was catching up with chat. That's what I was saying. Okay, let me see here. What if I did this? Oh wait. So if you guys have seen this trick before, you know the plot, and I'll explain the one question that I always have in my mind afterwards. It's like, but I won't do it now, just in case people who haven't seen that trick, I won't spoil it for anybody. So yeah, Twisting Picasso's Arm is kind of something that I came up with. I'm sure there's probably other card tricks out there that are similar or basically do a similar or the same thing, but I don't want to necessarily lay claim to it, but okay. How dare you catch up with... How dare I catch up with chat? How dare I? Tisk tisk. Finger waggling. Ban self. Oh man. Do we have a ban command? Do I have a ban command? I should have a ban command, right? Ban myself. Nope. Okay. All right. I'll have to make note. All right. Somebody remind me later to make the ban command. Okay. So. All right. Here we go. Twisting Picasso's Arm. So what we have here is a pile of 4 blue-backed cards. And actually, they're all jacks. Although I didn't set this up the way that I wanted now that I think about it. Hold on. Okay, make sure I'm not revealing the secrets of magic. I could do it this way. Hold on. Hey, welcome in, Chan. How's it going? We are in the middle of starting a trick called Twisting Picasso's Arm. Okay, so what I have here are 4 jacks. And what we want to do with these 4 jacks is make sure that I did not reveal secrets of magic. Okay, excellent. They're all blue-backed cards. Okay, but if I just go ahead and I grab, let me see here. If I grab a red card, This is not a jack, so we're not going to mix that up. But I'm going to grab some of the paint from the back of this red back card, and I'm just going to drop it into this pile. You'll see that one of these cards changes to be a red backed card. Is that strange? I'm going to go ahead and grab a little bit more paint and drop it. And now you'll see there'll be 2 red backed cards. I know, interesting, right? And now I'm going to grab a little bit more red paint from the back of this card and drop it onto this pile. And now you'll see 3 of the blue backed cards have become red backed cards. And then what we have here is I just want to show you that there is precisely 1 blue backed card left. It's right there. And what we want to do is just show you that if I just grab a little bit more paint and drop it onto this pile, that all 4 of these cards are now red. Nope, that's not it. Okay, guys, we are going to start that all the way back from the top. So we're going to call this a from the top. Okay, now going along with the previous discussion of, I'm not going to reveal these tricks, but you can probably guess that there's some stuff going on. I mean, you saw there were cards, right? Okay, you didn't grab enough paint. You're right, I didn't. But the other thing was, I didn't know how to recover from that state. Once I got there, I'm like, because I was going to have to do some silly finagling by like looking through the packet or something like this, and I don't want to do that during a presentation. So, but yes, that is a great response to that. So if I was to do that in real life, I'm like, oh wait, I need some more paint. Okay, so let me see. Okay, so if I do this, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if I, okay. Okay, I'm just setting this up to be the most amicable for me as possible. Okay. All right, here we go. I won in a game of cooking game and got -12. Well done, Ghost. Doug Cube. I used to rely too much on gaffs. My hand dexterity is nowhere as good as yours. Oh, thank you so much for the compliments, Doug Cube. I'm going to let you know that I feel like everything that I do, other people can learn. A lot of people don't want to take the time to just learn and practice sleights, but like if you can get, a little bit of practice on the daily, it doesn't even have to be like a lot. Like 20 minutes of just like mindless practice while you're watching a YouTube video or something. Like it gets a lot. So, what is gaffs? Oh, okay, we'll explain that after this because I did explain that earlier. But anyway, so look, I have a packet of jacks, and all of the jacks are blue backed. And so if I show you, we have all these blue backed jacks, right? So here's the thing. If they're all blue backed, but I want to do something like change them. So let me flip this over. And I'm going to go ahead and grab some of this red paint from the back of this card, and I'm going to drop it here. Now look, if I show you, one of the blue back cards has changed into a red back card. I know. Let me grab some more red paint and drop it into the packet. And look, we have 2 and 2. I'm going to grab some more paint and drop it. And here we go. All right, now, if I go ahead and I show you, we have 1 blue-backed card left. And what I want to do is, and I wanted to do this so I can show you that there is exactly 1 blue-backed card amongst 3 red-backed cards. I'm going to grab some paint, and this time I'm going to try and really get a lot of paint so that we can get it in there. And actually, that's all that was necessary to show you that all of the cards are now red-backed. And that's the interesting part, because Some people believe that there were blue back cards in here the entire time, but if I show you, they are all 4 of the jacks. And that I will call a successful performance of twisting Picasso's arm. So, there we go. Huzzah! All right. I'd say that was okay. That was much more acceptable. Let's see. Big Sock says, I'm the best ghost named Ghost. Doug Cube, I got deep into the arts and crafts part of card magic and making my own gaffs. Nice, Doug Cube. Yeah, so there is an entire area of magic we call arts and crafts, and you basically create the thing that you need to create to make your illusion. And that is great, and I think it's super cool. I don't have time for that. I'm also not really into the arts and crafts in general, so that's kind of, yeah. Yeah, what are gaffs? All right, Chan's a gaff. Your favorite ghost named Ghost is tired, so Ghost shall go. All right, and he will leave and maybe return. All right. Thank you kindly for the claps and applause. Chan the Magic Man, Gibson Lens, Charlie's Beats. Let's see. It was insanely tedious, of course. Yeah. Oh no, of course. I've seen some things. All right. For anybody who missed the discussion earlier, I did mention what a gaff was, and I revealed the existence of this gaff, which is a double backer. So it's a card that is printed that has 2 backs on both sides. But I did reveal that I did not use it for the first trick that I did today, which was a trick that I literally learned right before stream. Craig, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you so much for the cheer. Thank you. Greatly appreciate it. Ghost says good night, folks. Good night, Ghost. Thanks for stopping in. Let me see. Ugh. I had to get something. I swear, not suspicious. All right. Let's see. So thank you so much for the request, Charlie's Beats, and I guess we can make that a boss trick for me because I did mess it up once. Although I think I did find that second time, but it's okay. This is to keep me practicing and honest with my... That is twisting Picasso's arm. And yeah, I didn't twist, but instead of doing the twisting, I like to do the paint thing because I think that makes more thematic sense. I was not reaching for a gaff. Yeah, so gaffs require special cards like double backs or blank. Yeah, so for example, blank cards that you'll oftentimes see me write on, those are gaff cards. So they're printed in a different way. They're printed outside of the normal stream of a regular card. So, yes. Okay, and I have to make sure that that these go back in the correct box. But yeah, so the trick that I did earlier, you know what? I may do it again, just to practice, because it's literally brand new. It's not even added to the list. So actually, let me do Mark Rides' request first, and then we will do this other one. But I'll go ahead and put it back into the trick request list. But none gaff tricks can be done with a normal deck or 2. So there are a lot of things inside of card magic, but for example, if you can perform a trick without using a gaff, then it's going to be super impressive because you can just borrow somebody else's deck and then perform it. So, for example, the vampire card trick I cannot do impromptu. I do require these specific cards, not to give anything away. But let's do the vampire card trick, and then I'll show you guys the card trick that I did at the beginning of stream. Okay. So, all right, this trick requires 4 cards. We have the Ace of Hearts, we have the 2 of Hearts, and the 3 of Hearts. And of course, the King of Spades, which will be our vampire. Now, the vampire likes to feed every day, and today is no different. And so, the Ace, 2, and the 3 will denote the first victim, the second victim, and the third victim. And so, that snap was not really a snap. That was actually the fangs of the vampire piercing the neck of our first victim. Because, well, if we take a look, here's the 3, that person's still there. Here's the 2, that person's still there. And here's our vampire. But actually, if you take a look, our ace, which is our first victim, has had the blood completely sucked out of them. Both sides, front and back. I know, that's super bizarre, right? I'm guessing Picasso's arm just requires 2 decks and red back deck and fancy handiwork. Yeah, so actually, Mark Rides, you are correct. But yeah, we'll talk about that after the vampire card trick. But yes, I will let you know that that is impromptu 2 decks. All right, here's the second victim, the third victim, and our vampire. And the vampire is going to go ahead and remember, that's not the sound of a snap. That's the sound of the fangs going into the neck of the second victim. And if I show you, look, here's our third victim still. Here's our vampire. But actually, if I show you, the second victim has had the blood completely sucked out of them, front and back. And look, the back is red too to denote blood, right? And the heart's on the front. That's. So here's our 3, the third victim, and here's our vampire. And actually, the vampire works pretty quickly because that is completely sucked out. Now, here's the thing. This vampire lives in a modern day society. They know that people are going to be looking for the cause of why these 3 individuals have had the blood completely sucked out of them. And they're going to get out of dodge really fast. So they're going to go ahead and turn into a bat and fly away because they're gone. All right, so that was the vampire card trick. And now you guys understand the existence of gaffs. I mean, you guys knew blank cards existed because you've seen me use them before. But like, yes, so blank cards are a gaff, and yeah, this trick does require blank cards, right? So, can you make the third victim Van helping and have the vampire die by a stake instead of the victim? Yo. That is an interesting plot detail. Maybe. Let me think about it. And Van Helsing, yeah. That's very interesting thought process. Let me think about that for a few minutes and go through a couple of these and answer the questions. And then we'll go back. We'll go back to the vampire card trick again. Actually, let me do this. And then I'm going to re-add it with that intent. So we'll do it right after this. Okay, cool. All right. So yeah, I did explain that gaffs existed, but you guys knew because, blank cards and double backer. So now you guys know. All right. If you didn't know, there you go. Okay. So let's see. All right. So Mark Ride says, yeah, I'm guessing Picasso's arm just requires 2 decks, blue and red back deck, and yes, and Sleight. So that is correct. Yes, exactly. So I can perform twisting Picasso's arm impromptu so long as I just have 2 decks that have different backs. Oh yeah, and the thing that I wanted to consider, the question that I wanted to address was like, oh, do I do the trick where I start off with red and then I go to blue, or do I start with blue and then go to red, right? That's really the only decision that I have to make as far as like how to like set the initial state. Thank you kindly for the heat map, whoever gave me the heat map. Very convenient placement. So yeah, wait, this requires a gaff the blank. Yes, gaff the blank, that's right. Doug Cube says, that was cool! All right, can you make the third? Oh yeah, so now we're going to go. So I did read that one. So Van Helsing. All right, and then let's see, Tricks look. Oh yeah, Chant, thank you kindly for the random request. All right, excellent. And oh, you're welcome. Oh, Chan, thank you kindly for the heat map. If that was you, thank you. All right, let me go ahead and do that trick that I did at the beginning. I'm sorry for people who have seen this earlier, but you know, I gotta practice. So, all right, let's also make sure that I know it. Okay, all right, here we go. So, brand new trick. I think it's called paradox. I don't even know all of the correct attribution, so I'm gonna have to do a little bit of research before I post it on my YouTube. But so I have 4 cards here, and these will look like 4 normal cards. But what I do want to show you is that they are weird. They are double backed. So if I show you, and we just discussed the existence of double backed cards, right? So look, if I show you, there's backs here, backs here, backs here, and a double back there, right? But all I have to do is snap and just show you that they were not double backed cards. They were actually kings the entire time, because look, if I show you, there's actually all 4 kings here. And some people are like, whoa, 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 I want to see the backs of those cards. And I can just go ahead and spread and show you that all the cards are actually here. And I can flip over each individual card and reveal. If you were here, you can inspect them. So I was explaining the existence of double backed cards because I think there was a handling of this that I saw that did use double backed cards, but then I saw another performance that somebody did it and they were like, no gaff, no gimmick. And so a gimmick is just another word for a gaff, but like gaff is specifically used for cards. So if you have like gimmicks, they can also be like magical gimmicks that are not cards for other like non-card magic tricks. So anyway, yeah, so this handling is impromptu. I can use a regular deck of cards that somebody loans me, and I can perform this trick. So, but yeah, so that is that. Okay, hopefully you guys enjoyed. It's simple enough. I don't know if I'll add that to my list, but I found that I don't want to add too many tricks to my list that are new because I sometimes will forget. Thank you kindly for the claps. Gibson Lens, Chan the Magic Man. Greatly appreciate it. Okay. All right. Thank you kindly for the claps. Charlie's Beats. Chan the Magic Man, thank you so much for the 100 bits. I greatly appreciate it. Oh, Chan the Magic Man, thank you so much. Let's see. If I recall, you had signed... Let me see. You had signed a jack, right? Or no, did you sign a queen? No, a king? Hold on. Yeah, queen. There you go. I knew it was a face card. All right. Thank you kindly for the continued support. Chan the Magic Man. Thank you kindly. Greatly appreciate it. Also, for those of you who are looking for more magic, if you haven't given Chan the Magic Man a follow, please give Chan the Magic Man a follow. Chan likes to do magic on Monday nights, so check him out. If you catch him other times, he's probably playing retro games or community games or solving Rubik's Cubes. But if you want to see more magic on stream, definitely check Chan the Magic Man out. So. Okay, let's see here. All right, so let's revisit Vampire Card Trick. So actually, I'm not as familiar with Van Helsing. So, but the thing that came to mind when you said Vampire Killer was Castlevania. So let me see if I can come up with some an interesting way to present this and have it be Castlevania themed. And okay, so hold on. So we do this. Boom, 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 boom. Hold on, I'm running through this through my head right now. Da, 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 da. Sorry, I'm also playing Vampire Killer in my head right now. Okay, and then Okay, all right. I have. All right, I'm thinking. I'm also thinking of Vampire Killer. All right, great, awesome. Okay, we're all a bunch of us are on the same wavelength with Vampire Killer. Okay. Let me see what I can do with this. Okay. I think I have mechanically how it will work. I just don't know what story I'm going to tell when we get there. But let's give it a try. Let's give it a try. This is super exciting. I like this. This is cool. Okay. All right. So, all right, guys. If you guys are not aware, there's this great game franchise that started way back in the day called Castlevania. And if you are not aware of it, the music is great. The first couple of installments were hard, but it has spawned a entire genre, including not just itself, but another game called Metroidvanias, which is a combination. But the progression through the game of the classic Castlevania games is you play a character that is part of the Belmont family, and that character, I think originally it was Simon, but I think throughout the later games you could play as different characters. But you collect hearts. So here's some hearts that you could collect. The first heart, the second heart, and the third heart. And these could represent you, but let's pretend that our King of Spades is actually Dracula. And you attempt to use one of your powers, and you use hearts. The hearts are not health in this game. Hearts are actually like power energy. Use the first heart in an attempt to kill Dracula. Cool. Co-stream with your mod and have Bert do Castlevania music while you do the tricks. Oh my god, that is a wonderful idea. Although Bert only has, I think, one Castlevania song on the song list, so I don't know if you're comfortable with reading more, but that's yeah. But here's our third hearts, the three hearts we'll get, and then our second heart. But then here's Dracula. But Dracula actually nullified the first attack, and so completely, not just the front, but also the back. Okay, so here's the thing. We did pick up additional hearts. So here's our second power. I could learn Vampire Killer. I mean, that would be thematically perfect for this trick. So, but also I think Vampire Killer is my favorite Castlevania song. So if from all Castlevania. But yeah, here's our second weapon attempt, and here's our third weapon attempt. But Dracula will take the shot of the second one, and you'll see that Dracula has completely nullified the second attempt as well. So there's no results here. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And then finally we have the third weapon attempt and Dracula. Now here, if I go ahead and try and have Dracula completely consume the attack, well, this attack, you know how it takes, third try is 3 tries a charm. Hold on. I need to figure out what this... You know what they say? Third tries a charm? Yeah, that's it. That's what I wanted to say. Pretend I said that the first time. And Dracula can't actually nullify this because actually what ended up happening is the third attack is actually going to completely consume Dracula. And if I show you, Dracula has been consumed by the third weapon attack. Now, here's the thing. You as the Belmont going through the game, you will eventually fire your weapon a third time. And even though there were three attempts, 1, 2, 3, to fire your weapon, you did kill Dracula with your third one, but then on a subsequent play of the game or whatnot, you also consumed those hearts that you already collected. And that, my friends, is the vampire card trick, themed as Castlevania, as best as I could, on the fly. Like, I never done anything like that before, like this. So, you know what they say. Pretend I said that the first time. Yeah, I know, right? Like, plausible deniability. All right, and Bert says, I could learn Vampire Killer. All right, awesome. Yeah, if you want to try, I'm totally there for you. If you want, I will request it. I'll use channel points if you want me to request it. All right. Thank you kindly for the applause, Chan the Magic Man, and thank you kindly for the claps, Charlie's Beats, Gibson Lens, and Super Cool says, Wasabi. Welcome back, Wasabi. How's it going? And David Piano says, yes! To learning Vampire Killer. By the way, welcome in David Piano. Mark Wright says, I love it, thanks. Yo, that was a really cool idea. Good idea. And thank you kindly for the applause, Mark Rides. And then, yeah, excellent. So, and also thank you kindly for the request, Mark Rides. Let's see. It's been good. Just got back. How about you? Also been good over here. So I've been kind of tired the rest of the week. So every time you saw me playing Sea of Stars, I was exhausted. But today I got good rest, and then which is usually on Sundays I get good rest, which is why I have my Magic streams on Sunday, so that if I'm gonna mess up, it's my fault, not because I'm fatigued. It's because I just messed up. So that would be the reason. But good to see you here. Welcome back. And David Piano, welcome in. How's it going? Hello, Nam and Magic enthusiasts. Awesome. Mark Rides has redeemed a dad joke. Mark Rides, do you know what you're asking for? You're asking for a dad joke. Okay, let me take care of the dad joke redeem first, and then we'll go from there. Okay. What is the difference between infected chicken and male sailors of a ship owned by a famous jazz singer? Okay, let me repeat that again. What is the difference between infected chicken and male sailors of a ship owned by a famous jazz singer? One is called Salmonella, and the other is called Sailmen of Ella Fitzgerald. Wait for it. Thanks for getting the dad joke, Bert. And then, there we go. Thanks, David Piano. That one took a lot of effort. Yeah, if anybody wants to read the text, Alchemmutation says, I'm leaving now. Where's my boo button? No, I'm not going to give you a... You know what? A boo button, I should make like 1,000 bits or something. Because then if somebody else asks, oh yeah, you want to boo me? It's 1,000 bits. Boo! At least I got 1,000 bits, you know. But yeah, so here's the punchline. There you go. I like it. Okay. All right, that did take a lot of effort, so hopefully that was acceptable for the... I know I like to do a few sometimes, but that one was like mentally intense, so we will stop it at the one this time. All right. Okay, let's see. We now have a request from Chan the Magic Man. Screw you, Nam. That's 5 bits. So, FYI, if anybody didn't know, 5 bits actually means that was an excellent dad joke. I want to hear it again. So, all right. Please don't... No, thank you so much for the bits. And thank you so much for saying that was an excellent dad joke, Alchemmutation. I greatly appreciate it. I mean, look, it's like a snowman getting a horn nose. So, I mean, how could that be bad? It's definitely not a boo. I mean, if anything, it could be like the snowman's horny. All right, I'll stop. Okay, let's see here. What are we going to do? I'm going to need... Wait, what deck is this? Sorry, I have too many decks over here that I probably need to clean up in like a realistic manner. Okay, alright. I am ready. Okay, so here we go. Chicago opener. also sometimes known as Red Hot Mama. Okay, so we can shuffle this. So let's go ahead and give it a shuffle. Doesn't really matter too much. And then we will need a card selected. So let me just go ahead and spread. If anybody would like to click on a card, this would be your opportunity. Okay, so here's one vote. Does anybody else have any other votes? Okay. All right, so we're going to have to decide between these two. So I'm just going to... These three. Okay, I'm going to collapse the rest of these cards, and we will decide. So the three voters, if you could just collectively decide which card you would like. Hold on, I'm going to clear these heat maps, and then you guys can re-vote if you would like. Delicious heat maps. Okay, there we go. So now, yeah, consolidate votes onto all three, or these if anybody would like. So the goal here... Oh, okay, we got these two. All right. Oh, okay. This one's going to go away. It's not this one. All right, this one's got 2 on it. Anybody want to change their vote or vote? Eat heat! Second card. All right, okay. Oh, 3 right here. So it is solid. This is the card. Oh, there's 2. Oh, there's 1. Oh, it looks like my apologies to whoever wanted this card. So we're not going to be using this one. So this is actually going to be the selection. So here we go. I'm going to eat these heat maps. That's a lot of heat maps. This is 6 heat maps. That's like a mouthful. Delicious. No! I'm so sorry, Alchemmutation. You got to be more convincing. Oh my god, who gave me this one? Hold on. Hold on. There we go. Hey Nam, hey everyone. Hey, welcome in, Witch Hannah. How's it going? Welcome in. Worth it. Okay, first things first. I need somebody in chat to remember this. Preferably several people in chat. I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to look away, and I'm going to reveal this card. Alright, I'll give you a couple seconds. Make sure you've got it. Don't type what it is in chat, but if you could just tell me, I've got it in chat, that would be great. I'm going to go ahead and turn it face down, and then I'm going to open my eyes, turn my head back, and somebody's got it. Good. Okay, at least 3 people's got it. Okay, great. We're going to go ahead and lose this in the middle of the deck, like so. Now, some people believe that I will keep track of where this card is. I won't, because I'm going to press it in, straighten out the edges. We call that squaring up the deck. And my hands are here, and there's no card sticking out anywhere, so it is completely lost. Now, for anybody who does not know, I have no magical talent. All of the magical talent in this stream comes from the deck sock. So even though it looks like I've been doing magic, the deck sock was channeling all of its powers through me. So here we are. We will have the deck sock touch the deck. And now, if I show you, the deck sock will have done something. Baby magic sock? Oh, this is actually a deck sock. And I'll have you know, it's an adult. It doesn't take lightly to being called a baby Alchemmutation. No. Fully grown. All right. But now if I spread, there's actually going to be something interesting. What will we see? We're going to see, conspicuously, one card has changed itself. Schnagel, hey, I got here just in time for the sock! Yeah, welcome in, Schnagel. How's it going? So if I show you, we have one card that is red-backed. Now, sorry, adults deck sock. Okay, well, thank you for correcting yourself, Alchemmutation. If I can get somebody in chat to tell us what was the card that was selected. Yeah, go ahead and type the name of the selected card in chat, because 9 of clubs? Okay, great, because look, the 9 of clubs is indeed what that was, the 9 of clubs. Now, I'm going to go ahead and leave this out here, and what we're going to do is we're going to do something interesting. We're going to go ahead and have another card selected. So let me go ahead and just spread through, And then if somebody wants to just click on a card, we'll just take the first heat map that comes up on the spread. Go ahead and click. That will be the selection. Okay, so it looks like I did see this one first, and there's 2 of them. So we're going to go ahead and take that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and close my eyes, turn my head. I'm going to reveal this card onto the camera. Somebody remember that. Hopefully there's no glare. I know that there's a light over here. Okay, hopefully somebody's got it. I'm going to go ahead and turn it down, and I'm going to open my eyes and look back. Somebody confirm that somebody's got it. All right, at least 2 people's got it. Excellent. Thank you kindly for letting me know. I'm going to go ahead and eat these heat maps here. Delicious heat maps. Oh, excellent. 4 people have got it. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and lose that card into the deck once again. And call upon the power of the adult deck sock that has all of the powers. I would normally say I don't want to be associated with a baby, but this is coming now from a dad that has a 2-year-old. So, okay, here we go. Deck sock, do your magic. What's the sound effect of magic? I don't know if that's the sound effect of magic. My daughter has a book. You know those books that have the sound effects, and one of them is like trucks and other vehicles. Oh, thank you kindly for the transporter sound. But the sound of the helicopter, I swear, when I first heard it, I'm like, it totally sounds like. And so now, every time I go, they know that I'm referencing the helicopter sound. So, anyway, all right. So the deck sock. So now, if I spread, we totally should be able to see that. Hold on. We should totally be able to see that the card has changed. Deck sock. Are you messing with me, deck sock? Deck sock. Wait. Is it because Alchemmutation was picking on? Look. He didn't mean it. Okay. He apologized and everything. I know you can't read English or chat, but I mean, just trust me. He means well. Like, don't take it out on me. God damn it, sock. Come on. All right. Hey guys. Just give me a sec. Deck sock, come on, just work with me here. Look, I'm giving you great pets. You like pets. You like pets, don't you, deck sock? All right. Okay. I think I've. That's Sir Deck sock to us. Oh yes, Sir Deck sock. Yes, sir. Yes, please, deck sock. Okay. I think I've schmoozed things over with the deck sock, so we're gonna try this a second time. Hold on. All right, deck sock. Please don't embarrass me in front of my friends. Look, I just want to look cool, okay? I know that's not really the reason why I got into magic, but it's like an added bonus, right? It's just okay. Holy drama queen. Yeah, I know. All right. So excellent. All right, great. Okay. All right. Deck sock. Don't fail me now. Okay. So look, I swear, if I spread the deck now, we'll totally see something. Oh man, God. Deck sock. I told you. Wait, what'd you say? Oh, hold on. Deck sock's whispering to me. Hey guys, the deck sock is telling me to ask you guys to tell me what the card is, and then flip over this red card. So what was the second card that was selected? The one that 5 of clubs. All right, thank you kindly for letting us know. Wasabi and Chan the Magic Man, and then I have to flip this card over. But wasn't this the 9 of clubs? Oh, you sly devil, sir, you sly devil, sir. All right. Anyway, thank you very much for the help, Sir Deck sock. Sir Sly Devil Deck sock. Yes, that's right. Thank you kindly for the applause, Chan the Magic Man, and thank you kindly for the emotes and the compliments. Charlie's Beats, Alchemmutation, Witch Hannah, Schnagel, Diamond Club 816. Welcome in. I didn't know they allowed deck socking on Twitch. Does that sound horrible? Deck socking? That's just. Anyway, thank you so much to everybody who interacted with that trick. If you clicked on the heat map, if you chatted, if you got the card, if you selected the card, if you remembered the card, like that takes some mental effort sometimes. And also, thank you so much, Chan the Magic Man, for requesting that. So, yeah, that was fun. But I have a Twitch rival, Dexsock. I know. Full disclosure, I also have the Twitch rival, Dexsock. So, yeah, good job, Dexsock. FYI, if you are subscribed, you have access to the Dexsock emote. So, feel free to use it elsewhere. I put the word hug on it too because I figured that'd be more discoverable. And what is more warm than a hug from a brand new sock? Like, it feels great on your feet. Hashtag not sponsored, but perhaps I'm enslaved to the, that's that's the rub, guys. That's the rub. Okay. All right. Reminder to hydrate for those of you who have been sitting and have not hydrated in a while. Please hydrate. This is your reminder. That sock is cold and evil. I can feel it from within. Are you sure you can feel it from within, or Bob feels it from within? Did you eat it? Now I need a deck sock. Yeah, if you guys want to message me in Magician Chat in Jack's Discord, I can let you know where to get your own deck sock. But if you're familiar with like a couple of the biggest Magic website resale stores, you probably know where you can get one. Yeah, it's from Bob, but we are connected. Oh, okay, all right. Like spiritually connected, or like carnally connected. Your secret's safe with me, Alchemutation. Schnagel! Thank you kindly for the sub. Alright, so I did see the request from Charlie's Beats, but we are going to have to interrupt for Schnagel because, Schnagel, if you didn't know, first-time subbers, or if you give the equivalent of 500 bits, you get to sign a card. So, let me, and just to be clear, I don't think you've signed a card behind. I'm so behind with this sub. No worries, there's still at least 13 cards that have not been signed. So you have a choice of one of these cards to sign. Let me know which one interests you, and we will go ahead and write Schnagel right on one of these. And let's see, I think... Alright, that's it! Those are all the cards that have not been signed from this Twitch deck. Wait, you buy a deck sock. I thought you took a sock and cut the bottom off to make... No, this is... So, full disclosure, hashtag not sponsored. You can purchase your own deck sock. It is a magical prop that you can purchase, and it happens... The reason why it's called a deck sock is because it happens to fit precisely one entire deck of cards into its cavity. So it is legitimately a warm hug around a deck. So if you want to keep your deck of cards warm in the winter, you too can purchase your own deck sock. Alright, Schnagel has requested the 4 of clubs, please, which is right there. So yes. He subbed for 3 months in... Oh my god, you subbed for 3 months in advance! Thank you so much, Schnagel. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. So yeah, anyway, if you didn't know, if you request a trick that I can use kind of like whatever cards, I do end up trying to use your card that you signed for a trick that you request, if possible. There are a handful of tricks that you can't choose because of the nature of various things. Example, some tricks require blank cards, and so if I need blank cards, I can't use just any deck of cards. So, all right, you're welcome. Happy September, everybody. Everybody gets to save on subs this month, so feel free to sub to not just me, but your favorite streamers. Alright, here we go. So I'm going to make sure I don't misspell your name, because I almost misspelled somebody else's name, and I felt really bad. But it's okay. Alright, so we're going to write it right across here. Okay. S. C. H. Nay. Goal. Schnagel. There we go. Not until the end of the month. Gift subs don't count. Oh yeah, no. So yeah, last year I think it was a surprise that gift subs were discounted until it was like the last week of September. But I don't know. They may change the rules on us. Anyway, thank you so much for the support, Schnagel. Thank you for subbing, and 3 months in advance, no less. So thank you so much. All right. Okay, so we are going to be performing a trick called Jazz Aces. But the problem with this is I'm gonna try and also use Charlie's Beats 5 of Hearts. So let me find the 5 of Hearts. And maybe instead of aces, let me just use cards. Let's see here. So, and instead of kings, let's use queens. Okay. And then let me see here. If I do 3 of diamonds and 2 of spades. Okay. All right. Let's do it this way. This may be rough at best, but so normally I will do Jazz Aces with the aces and then 4 face cards. So our 4 face cards I will choose are the queens, because Chan the Magic Man has given bits today, and Chan the Magic Man has signed the Queen of Clubs, so thank you so much for the support there. Charlie's Beats has subbed for who knows how many months, thank you so much. Schnagel just subbed, and Chris M. Yee has subbed for many months and also was in chat earlier, so we have 2 of spades, 3 of diamonds, 4 of clubs, and 5 of hearts. And then we have the 4 queens. Now, what I'm going to try and do... Oh, still here, just playing Phasmo. Haha! Oh, excellent. Thank you kindly for looking, Chris M.G. But yeah, don't let me stop you from gaming. Definitely enjoy your game because, you know, I love games too. I get it. Okay, all right, so first of all, I'm going to go ahead and leave the 4 queens over here. And I'm going to go ahead and place the... No, wait, do I want to... No, I want to place the queens... I want to place the queens here. Hold on. Let me think about this for a second. I just want to... I've not done this trick in a bit, so thank you so much for the question, Charlie. I just have to remember how to set up. Okay. Okay. All right, we're gonna same thing. So the 2 through 5 signed by all of our friends, and then the 4 queens also signed by all of our friends. But so yeah, here's the 4 queens, and then what we're going to do is we're going to place all of the aces out here, and we're going to place Schnagel here. So we're going to try and get all of the what would have been the aces, which is all of the spot cards with all of our friends, back over here. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and place a queen over here. And so you can see these are just all queens, right? But we're going to go ahead and take this ace and place it somewhere into the packet like this. Oh, sorry, it would have been an ace, but it's some spot card that's signed by a friend. And if I go ahead and I just snap, that's going to transfer the spot card down here. And if I show you... these are all queens, and that other spot card that has joined Schnagel is Charlie's Beats. So let's go ahead and place another queen. By the way, the the fact that these aren't aces is throwing me off. So if I say ace, I mean a spot card signed by our friends. So yeah, we can show you that these are all still the queens that have been here, and we're going to go ahead and place this spot card signed by our friend in here, and we will go ahead and make that transfer right now. That sound effect was all the magic that was needed because, look. So if I show you Here's all of our queens and our spot card that has been signed, 3 of diamonds by our friend. In this case, Eklund. I don't know if I've seen Eklund chat today, but Eklund signed this pretty recently, so I think it was like last stream, 2 streams ago. I don't remember. And then finally, we'll place 1 queen down here, and we'll take our last spot card signed by our friends and place it in here. And as you can see, these 4 cards, if I flip them over, you'll see that they are the 4 queens signed by our friends. This one's for Loris. This one's Chan the Magic Man in chat right now, checking the gaff meter. And House Andrell. And our final card is the 2 of Spades, Chris M.E. And that, my friends, is Jazz Aces without any aces. And all the cards are signed by our friends. Woo! Thank you kindly for the emotes and the claps. Charlie's Beats, Chan the Magic Man, Chris M. Yee, Gibson Lens, and very nice performance. Thank you kindly, Wasabi, and thank you kindly for the claps, Witch Hannah. All right. So, this one is a favorite of mine, actually. Oh, Wasabi, you're familiar with... Wait, did I have a discussion with you and you... Yeah, we talked during a Sea of Stars stream, and you knew some magic, right? And we were talking about magic. So yes, this is a favorite of mine. Okay, so you're familiar with Jazz Aces? Excellent. All right. Cool. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Let me if you're not following Wasabi 1111, please give Wasabi 111. Sorry, there's only 3 ones. A follow, because I was actually chatting with Wasabi after Wasabi raided into a Sea of Stars stream, and we talked magic for a little bit while I was playing Sea of Stars. So it was pretty cool. So yeah, I don't know if Wasabi has performed any magic on stream, but they were playing Cuphead, and not just playing Cuphead, speed running Cuphead. And I was like, oh my god, I've seen Cuphead played, and like I would not be in any situation ready to speed run Cuphead. So but yeah, for anybody who is a magician and who knows, like, you know, I think Wasabi was familiar with famous names of magicians. Danny D. Ortiz, Juan Tamariz, knows what a mnemonica is, so yeah. I performed a little, but it was short demonstrations because I was playing a game called Card Shark. Oh yes, and we talked a little bit about that game, which I had seen somebody else play. I've not played myself, but it is a game, I think it's available on Steam, and it talks about like sleights and some card magic or card cheating. So I think it would be thematically appropriate if I were to ever play it, but I don't know if it's on my radar, besides the fact that it's kind of tangentially magic related. So anyway, thank you so much for the request, Charlie's Beats. Mostly revolves around cheating and at the card table. Makes sense. So I myself, if you've noticed most of the tricks that I have, so Wasabi, if you want to check out my trick list, I've co-opted a streamer song list, and I just have magic tricks in it. If you are familiar with some magic, feel free to request a trick if you would like. There's actually one trick that's not magic, but everything else is magic. So the one that is not magic is a Rubik's Cube solve. So, let's see here. But yeah, so I'm trying to keep my skills sharp, and these random tricks that people request helps keep me practicing. So Charlie's Beats. Oh, thank you kindly for the next request. Charlie's Beats has requested red, blue, oil, and water. So this is actually probably a good request because this is kind of newer, and I'm not fully familiar with I'm not comfortable with running through the whole thing, even though I've done it fine several times. But okay. Oh, also, while there's a bunch of people here, if you guys have not heard, I'm going to be at TwitchCon. So if anybody wants to come visit, please let me know. And then also, I'm going to be presenting a panel with my mods, Gibson Lens, who's also in chat right now, and the Rusty Panda, Rusty Panda mods for all the other Magic streamers. So we're going to be presenting a interactive workshop to help people like know about Twitch Magic, and then I'm going to be teaching some tricks. So hopefully we get some people into learning how to perform magic, and we'll get more. Fingers crossed, inspire some people to learn magic, to perform on stream. Okay. That is awesome. Oh yeah, so if you didn't know Wasabi, yeah, that's my plug. So we put in a lot of work. I put in a lot of work to make a presentation, and honestly, I was talking it over with Gibson Lens when I was like presenting the idea to Twitch, because they were like, call for content, and then I was like, man, if there's ever a time in which this will happen, maybe it'll be now. Because I didn't decide I was going to go to TwitchCon until I found out I was going to be in Vegas. And I'm like, oh my god, I should probably try and go, because, if nothing else, I mean, I'm sure there'll be plenty of things to do at TwitchCon, but I can also go see like a magic show, like in Vegas. Which, by the way, anybody who is going to TwitchCon, I'm thinking of probably going to see a magic show on Saturday night. So that during the weekend of TwitchCon, that's probably the time in which I'm planning to go. And I'm leaning towards going to see a show at the Penn and Teller Theater. So whatever show is there at that time slot, I think that's probably the one I'm going to go to. Because I can't do Friday night, because Friday night is the Twitch party, which I got a ticket to. And then also Friday evening is when we're presenting our workshop. And then Sunday is probably a little too late, because I'm probably going to be, lucky, I'm jealous. Wait, of the party or going to a Las Vegas magic show? I mean, in either case, yeah, I guess. Luck has played a huge deal. But I think if you have enough money, you would be able to do it. Or, so like, the fact that my initial motivator for applying for content was, hey, free TwitchCon badge. And I was planning on just doing the workshop myself. But then I'm like, well, if they're going to give out free badges, and then I talked Gibson Lens into also being a host. If it honestly, I didn't think they would select me, because I'm a pretty small streamer. I don't even stream that much. Like before video gaming, I was just once a week. So yeah. All right. Full disclosure: if I mess this trick up, we may start over. Are you going to show us pictures at TwitchCon after? I mean, if you want, I can. I'm going to be taking a ton of pictures for sure. And I'm going to hope that like some of the presentation is recorded and I can show too, but there's a chance that we may not. I may have to have like somebody record like on my phone or something, some footage. But that's the hope. So anyway, shameless plug. There we go. TwitchCon. Check out all of Magic Twitch. Yeah, if you guys aren't following Chan the Magic Man in chat, definitely give Chan a follow. The other Magic streamers that have a pretty consistent schedule, if they're not on hiatus. Info XZar is who we call the grandfather of Magic Twitch, because he has 3 Magic streams a week and he's pretty consistent, and he does all sorts of magic. I just do sleight of hand card magic. He does like everything. So he has coin magic, he does magic with balloons, he does magic with fire, and so and he does other things like magic with money. But and then there's Hallowthorn, also known as Ben, and he's a real gigging magician in Singapore, and also knows personally Harapan Ong, one of my favorite modern day magicians. And he's on hiatus right now, but he used to stream twice a week. But he got married, honeymoon, move, and then still gigs like 5-6 gigs a day. So anyway, okay, cool. Right, I've stalled long enough. Okay, so what we have here are 4 cards. We've got 2 red-backed cards and 2 blue-backed cards. Now, the red-backed cards are actually red-fronted, and the blue-backed cards, well, these aren't blue-inked, but they're black-fronted, if that makes sense. So, now, some people believe that if I do something strange and weird. Like if I were to swap the positions of these two, that they would be mixed. But if I was to just snap, I can show you that they are not mixed. I know. Is that strange? That's super strange, right? So look, what if I go ahead and I do this again? I'm going to go ahead and place a blue back card in between the two red back cards, and I just close that up. And if I snap, I can show you that it may have appeared as though I mixed them, but actually they're not mixed. And so here's the thing. Some people think that they know what happens. So look, if I go ahead and I show you that they are mixed on the front, and also they are mixed on the back, right? Some people may think that they know what's going on because I somehow will secretly unmix the cards like this. But you may have thought that I just unmixed the cards. But if I show you, they're actually still mixed. I know. Is that strange? That's super strange, right? That shouldn't happen. That's like weird. So, but look, if I go ahead and I mix again, sorry, if I unmix right here, is that the correct move? So this is where the rest of the performance gets a little hazy. So look, these are unmixed now, right? I'm gonna flip this packet. And before I show you and reveal secrets of magic, I just need to double check something really quick. Okay. So what did I show you? I've just shown you that things are unmixed here, and they are unmixed here, right? So if I go ahead and I, what am I supposed to do here? I think I'm supposed to mix. Am I supposed to mix something? Am I supposed to mix it here, like this? Yeah, I think I'm supposed to mix it like this, right? So if these are mixed here, like this, I can snap and show you that they are unmixed at the very end. And can I show you, so here's the front, and then here's the back. And that, my friends, is, I would say, slightly scuffed performance of red, blue, oil, and water, but I think I'm good. I don't think I revealed any secrets of magic. So I just didn't have like the patter words and then like, oh no, does this come before or after this thing? But it was fine, I think. I'll add that to the boss trick list. I was not 100% satisfied with how scuffed it was, but I would call that a performance. This is good. I'm getting some boss tricks. Let's see. There was a boss trick last time, but I think it was because, oh yeah, I tried to do it with clear cards, and that is why. So, and I'm pretty sure I successfully performed Overture, right? You know, how about this? Let me... Charlie's Beats, thank you so much for the request. Let me go ahead and trick request Overture, just so that I can clear it, whether it was actually a boss trick or not. Thank you so much for the claps. Chan the Magic Man, Charlie's Beats, Schneegel, Gibson Lens, Witch Hannah, and Wasabi says, very cool. Have you seen that one before, Wasabi? Just curious. What's the most cards you could do oil and water? Do oil and with, could you do 52 cards, or would that be too hard? I mean, so I would normally say, yeah, the highest I've seen is like 10, but I don't know how to do it. And I'm comfortable with 8 because that's my standard way of doing oil and water. And then for the 52 cards, not to spoil a typical performance, but what some people will do is they will perform oil and water with 8 cards, having a deck sit onto the side. that was apparently shuffled, and then reveal at the end that, oh, they separated because that deck had been sitting around for a while. So that's like the 52 card version, but it's not really, you're not really manipulating the deck in that respect. So I'm not entirely sure if that satisfies like the answer to your question, Mark Rides, but Wasabi requested Hitchcock Aces, not in that way that I've seen 6 cards, and not with 2 and the different colored backs. Oh, okay, sweet, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of variants of Oil and Water, but this one is I would say relatively new, and it's newer to me, so it's not as I'm much more familiar with regular Oil and Water. But yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, Mark Rides, hopefully that answers your question, and then Wasabi, thanks for answering my question. So, oh, Mark Rides, oh sorry, Mark Rides, that was a tough question. Wasabi, that's a difficult request. I think the one you mentioned in the shuffled and restored Oil and Water I've read about. Yes, okay, cool. Very difficult to do. Yeah, there are things that make it easier on the performer that you can do, but yeah. So, all right, cool. All right, I'm gonna do a quick trick, which is this overture, and then I'm going to perform Hitchcock Aces. And for this one, I probably will use aces because it will mess me up if I don't. So we'll go ahead and do that. Oh, you're right. But I was going to do overture. Overture is a short trick, so it won't take too long. I just need to find a pair of contrasting cards. Oh yeah, we'll use the queens. How's that? Okay. All right. And then this, I need to be set up like this, and then this. Okay. All right. First things first. I don't know if this is. Could you do 8-card Brainwave with 52 cards? Chan the Magic Man, the answer is yes. You can do 8-card Brainwave with 52 cards. I feel like it would be a lot more impractical. I mean, if you wanted to just look more impressive, just use like 12 or like 14 cards. That'll expand the breadth a little bit, but it won't be that much more work. But 52 is kind of intense. So, yeah. Okay, all right. So this card trick is called Overture, yes. And yes, Overture is some musical term. I'm not familiar with musical terms because I'm not into music. I mean, I'm into music. I like listening to music, but I'm not like musically educated. I don't know anything about playing any instruments or sight reading or anything. But yeah, Chant the Magic Man says, yeah, it's probably time consuming. Yo, I would not want to do a 52 card Brainwave. I'm going to let you know that right now. Okay, so we have 2 black queens and 2 red 10s. You would never mix these 2 up, right? So like if you see this, you'll know those are red 10s. If you see that, those are the black queens. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn the black queens face down and place the red 10s in between the 2 black queens. Now if I was to reverse count them like this, the state would be the same. The 2 black queens are face down on the outside and the 2 red 10s are face up on the inside. But if I was to go ahead and just do one magical thing and hold the packet and give it a little bit of a shake, that shake actually changes the state of everything. Would you now believe that the black queens are face up in the middle and the red 10s are face down on the outside? If you don't, take a look. And that's all. So here, we'll do that again. Reverse count. The state is the same because there was no magical shake. But now if I go ahead and I do this, and I hold the packet, magical shake, that magical shake will reverse everything. And take a look. The 2 red 10s are in between the 2 black queens face down. And that, my friends, is Overture. Quick and simple. And, oh, for anybody who doesn't know what a boss trick is, here's the explanation. Thank you kindly for the applause. Chan the Magic Man, and Schneegel. And also, if I encounter a boss, we do this. So if anybody remembers a trick that I messed up on, like on a recent previous stream that I haven't like done, you can request it, and then we will encounter the boss. And then if I beat the boss, which for this time I will encounter the boss, we'll beat the boss. Boom! 48 since I've started keeping track of boss tricks, which I think came super early. It was even before I was affiliate, so over a year ago. Okay, cool. So anyway, that was hey, wait. Oh, Hitchcock Aces. That's right. Okay. Yep. And then B Sisters and Triumph Squared. All right. Excellent. Thank you for the request, everybody. Okay. So that was Overture. And now we're on to something else. So we have the 4 aces. And these 4 aces, so if you're not familiar with the plot, so in card magic referred to similar plots. So we have the Ace of Clubs. This is an ace collection trick. So we're going to try and get all of the aces to collect in the same place. We call them ace assembly. But if I go ahead and I place the ace of spades down here, and let me see, what's the next step? I think, oh yeah, let me just show you that we have the other 3 aces here. If I go ahead and I place the other 3 aces out like this, what I'm going to try and do is get each of the aces to magically come down from up here down here. So the reason why this trick is hard is because I have to remember all of the steps, and sometimes the steps I forget, and so I'm just trying to jog my memory now. Okay, so right now what I have to do is I think I show you the next card, which is that's it's the 4-sign Schneegel card. So we'll place that down there, and I'm going to go ahead and place 3 cards on top of this ace. So what we will do is now collect all of these. And you know what? Let's bring out our dear friend and the magical talent of the stream, the deck sock. And the deck sock will go ahead and tap this pile and this card. And actually, that ace has jumped and swapped places with the 4-sign Schneegel card. Because now if I show you, there's the 4 Schneegel card, and then these, there's no aces. So if I show you, here we are. That ace has jumped from there to here. Okay. Next, let me go ahead and place, there's a queen down here. And if I place 3 other cards here, we're going to go ahead and use the deck sock. Touch here and there. And actually, that ace has swapped places with that other red queen. Which, if I show you, there's no ace, and here's that other red queen. That ace has hopped down here. Now, some people. Quick question: what's the difference between Hitchcock aces and Apex aces? So Apex aces is a different trick. Apex aces is a trick in which we don't collect all of the aces. They're going to find something else. So. All right, so now some people believe that maybe there were no aces up here in the first place, but no. Look, there it is. There's those aces. But look, what I want to do is we're going to go ahead and leave this ace over there. And if you were here, I would ask you go ahead and put your hand on top of that ace. And I'm going to leave these 3 aces down here. And then we just need to add 3 other cards. So hold on. Now, I do promise you at the end that all 4 aces will be together. And if I show you, I'm just going to put some random 2 down here. And once again, I would have the deck sock caress your hand if it was here. Aren't you jealous? If you were physically here, you could feel the deck sock on your very own hand. Is that not soothing? Is this kind of like ASMR? If I just go deep voice, like, I don't want to sound too creepy. Was that creepy? My apologies. And then the deck sock will now touch these cards. And actually, if you thought that these are the aces, they're not. Because I would now ask you to lift up your hand and flip over all of those cards. And the aces have all jumped up here. And now you're wondering, well, wait, what are these cards? Well, I mean, they're probably random cards, but it wouldn't be impressive unless they all matched. So we do have 4 kings. And that, my friends, is Hitchcock Aces, starring the deck sock. All right, take a bow, deck sock, take a bow. All right. Thank you so much for that request, Wasabi. Hopefully you enjoyed. But yeah, those are called ace assemblies. So to get back to Mark Rides' questions, ace assemblies, I have a couple of those in the list, but Hitchcock Aces is one, Jazz Aces is one, and the Bluff Ace Assembly. Those are all ace assemblies, so that's the plot. And then Apex Aces is a different plot, which I use that word here called collectors, but that's actually a slightly different plot. So the aces collect other cards. That's basically the difference. So, Wasabi said, that was really cool. Awesome. And Mark Wright says, what? Okay, and then we have a request from Charlie's Beats. Oh, I like this one, Charlie. Thanks for requesting this one. So this one is fairly new into my repertoire, but I think I've had it for a couple months now. So, but when I first saw it, I was like, whoa. And then I was like, I have to learn it. And it actually took me a little bit to figure it out, but I finally got there. So, as hopefully you'll see. Okay. So here we go. B Sisters for Charlie's Beats. Thank you so much for the request, Charlie. All right. I have 4 cards here, and 2, 3, 4. They are the 4 aces. So we have a red ace here. So there's the ace of hearts, and then we have the other red ace, the ace of diamonds, right there. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that. Hold on. What am I supposed? Oh yeah. Actually, I did mess this up already. So I'm supposed to... Let me start over. So there is a thing during this trick that I forget to do. It's not intuitive to do as part of it. Okay. All right. Here we go. All right. 4 cards. They're all the aces. 1, 2, 3, 4. And okay, so here's the 4 aces. We have ace of hearts right there, and then we have the ace of diamonds right here, and there we go. And so we have the other 2 aces over here. 2 black aces. Now, if I were to grab the 2 red aces from this pile invisibly and drop it here like this, the 2 red aces would appear up here. I know, strange, right? Now, here's the thing. I told you that I dropped the red aces from here to there, but what happened to the black aces? A lot of people would guess that they're down here, but I never said I took the black aces and put them there. So if we take a look at these cards, there's actually no aces here. These are actually blank. Now, I'm going to go ahead and grab the red aces and just blow them away. And now if we take a look, these aces are all gone as well. And I can go ahead and show you that all 4 cards are blank. And that, my friends, is B Sisters. Why is it called B Sisters? Beats me, but when I saw it, I saw somebody do it this way, and I'm like, this is awesome! So I did it this way. Thank you kindly for the applause, Chan the Magic Man, and thank you kindly for the claps, Schnagel, and Charlie's Beats. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Okay, so I think I'm not going to add that one as a boss trick because I felt like I remembered it. This one thing in the middle, I was like, so we'll call that one good. Even though I did have start over. Thank you kindly for the claps. Gibson Lens. Charlie's Beats. Schnagel. Are we making a rap again? Gibson Lens, Charlie's Beats, Schnagel. Gibson Lens, Charlie's Beats, Schnagel. Okay, and once again, thank you so much for the request, Charlie's Beats. Let's see. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I like my lull. So I've been using it a lot. So I'm so happy we have this lull. All right, we have another request from Mark Rides. Thanks for the request, Mark Rides, for a trick called Triumph Squared. Was that a dad joke in the trick? I mean, if it was, I didn't deliberately make it a dad joke. Be sisters because it beats me. No, that was not intentional. But if you're interpreting it as one, I mean, you can also do exclamation point dad joke to increment the counter as you see fit. So feel free. Oh, hold on, wait. Be sisters because it beats me. Yep, unintentional. All right. Let's see here. So it's starting to get to be a little late-ish. So I'll say I'm thinking about ending stream in, I don't know, probably about 20-ish minutes or so. That's the plan. I do still have to record my YouTube video for tomorrow and publish it. Alright, so this trick is called Triumph Squared. So I just shuffled the deck a bunch. I mean, it wasn't necessary, but I mean, they don't have to be in any order or anything. So first I'm going to cut the deck into about 2 equal halves, like so. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to need 2 cards selected, 1 from each pile. And I can see what they are, so it doesn't really matter too much. So if anybody would like to select a card, go ahead and click directly on the screen. If there's multiple heat maps, we'll deal with it accordingly. But not sure if you're still there, Mark Rides. If you would like to make the selections as well, since you requested this trick, you're welcome to as well. But I'm almost out of tea. I also have work tomorrow, so. Oh, I'm sorry. My heat map was not on. My apologies for anybody who tried. My fault. My fault. I mean, the deck sock made me do it. No, the deck sock's telling me don't blame it. Oh my god. Chan the Magic Man clicked. Thank you. All right, we have. Okay, all right. So okay, we have 2 on this one. Then we have 1 on this one. Okay, any last minute snipers? Oh, overwhelmingly this one. Okay, excellent. My apologies to whoever this other one was, but actually if I move this, now everybody agrees, right? That that was the selection. Okay, so let me go ahead and eat all those heat maps. Okay, this is the card. As I said, I can see it, so not a big deal. It is the 5 of clubs. So somebody remember the 5 of clubs, and we're going to go ahead and push that into the middle of this packet. So you'll notice that it is a face-up card in a face-down packet. Okay. Why can't I pick? Oh, if you're not on desktop. By the way, welcome in, Zuljanim. How's it going? But yeah, you need to be on desktop to be able to click. All right, cool. So next, we're going to go ahead and need another card selected, but from this packet, and we'll do the same thing. I'm going to clear this heat map. Sorry for. You're on desktop? Okay, yeah, you should be able to click on the screen now. Yeah, by the way, hi. By the way, if we can get a shout out for Zuljanim. If anybody doesn't know, Zuljanim, excellent pianist, and plays a bunch of great music. I go to listen to soothing Disney music, Studio Ghibli music, and yeah, thank you for shouting out Zuljanim Gibson Lens. All right, so Zuljanim, sorry I have not chatted lately. I did lurk a couple of times, but I have been actually trying to avoid being on Twitch at work because I've had like a lot more meetings and things. So, but no, you're welcome for the shout out. Thank you for being a great pianist. All right, so we have 2 cards, so we just need 1. Can we do 2? Can we do 2 here? All right. Tell you what, if we can't decide on the 2, we will also use these 2. Oh, okay. Look, this one's running away with it. We have 1. Oh no, this one's running away with. Okay. All right. People are changing their mind. Okay. All right. We'll give you like 10 seconds to. Oh my God, we have more votes. We have 4 and 3. No, 3 and 2. 3 and 2 on the other way. All right. So we have 3 and 3. Okay. Okay, if it's a tie, I'll use both cards. Okay. No, it's 4 and 2. Okay, all right. Man, this is like a U.S. election right here. Sorry, too soon. Too soon. All right. It looks like people people are consolidating onto this candidate. Although it's 4 and 3, so I mean, one person could swing the vote. Pun intended. Although I hate talking about politics, even though it's 4 and 3. Okay, all right. So now this one's winning. Okay, going once. Going to. Oh no! They just swapped back. Man, do you guys like the commentary on the swing vote? Because this is probably the most amusing I've ever commentated heat maps. All right. Okay. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What? Whatever this trick is no longer matters. This is actual fun. Okay. It's 3 and 3, and then 1. Okay, all right. So, all right. Tell you what. We'll use both of them. So, all right. So, our first card we had, and if anybody wanted to write them down, that's okay. It's fine that I can see them. So here, remember all of the cards. Okay, so it's a Joker, 9 of diamonds, and I think the other one was that it was the 5 of clubs, right? Okay, and so we're going to also leave these cards face up in this face down packet. Okay, so thank you so much for all the interaction. I would feel bad actually because there were so many people jumping back and forth. FYI, I don't know if you were playing with me or if you legitimately wanted a card to win or tie or something, but let me just go ahead and do it that way. Okay, I'm going to eat all these heat maps. Delicious! But yes, thank you kindly. All right, great. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to shuffle face up into face down. So we're going to go ahead and do it this way. So watch. Some magicians will do something sneaky and cheeky, but if I show you that I'm really pushing them into each other, I guess phrasing. We do it slow and sensually. Torment the streamer is job 1. Okay, excellent. That makes perfect sense. So yeah, let me just go ahead and give this a couple of cuts. Okay, so how do I fix this mess? I don't fix this mess. Our favorite magical talent of the stream, the deck sock, will fix this mess. Boom, there you go. The deck sock just body plops right on the deck. Now, I don't know if that was enough, DeckSock. Did we fix everything? Did you fix everything? Except for 3 cards? You fixed everything except for 3 cards. Really? Okay. Because now if I show you, it looks as though every card is facing in the correct direction, except for 1, 2, and 3. All right, chat. Wasabi says, "Oh my God!" All right, what were the 3 cards that were selected throughout this trick? I mean, it seemed like it was such a long time ago. We had a confusing election. We had, a special guest star. We had, so I believe one of them was the 9 of diamonds. One of them was the 5 of clubs, and then the other one was somebody remind me what the face card was. I should know because it was it queen? Was it queen? I think it was queen. Okay, here's the 5 of clubs. Here's the 9 of diamonds. Oh, no, it was the Joker signed by Panda Volta. And it's important because the 2 Jokers would have been identical, but that one's signed by a different person. So there we are. Mark Rides has got it. 5 of clubs, 9 of diamonds, and Joker. There we go. That, my friends, is Triumph Squared. Confusing U.S. election style. Hey! Thank you so much for the request, Mark Rides. Hopefully everybody had fun. Thank you so much for clicking on the heat maps. That was amusing. For me as well. Hopefully it was for you. I wasn't tormented. I was just like, when do I end this? Oh my God, this is going on forever. This is the most heat map interaction I've had in weeks. That almost sounds like... I'm gonna stop there. We're just gonna go ahead and do this this emote. This let me see. There we go. For my thought process. There we go. All in good fun. Whew, that was a workout. Yeah, when I'm doing magic and then I get sweaty afterwards, it was a very intense session. Let's see. Charlie's Beats has requested Invisible Hands. Okay. Let me try and remember how to appropriately do this. My apologies. I am racking the deep depths of my memory at the moment. No, we want to do this. We want to do this, and then... Okay. Alright. I admit, I wanted 2 cards, but couldn't tie with 7 votes, so then I decided to put my heat map on the deck. I mean, that was a smart thing to do, because then it wouldn't count for one of those 2, so... I mean, you're not restricted. Like, you could put the heat map... I believe I opened up my entire screen, so that the heat map can go anywhere. So that's legitimate right there. Okay, alright. So, I'm going to... Alright, we have the 4 5s. We've got the 5 of clubs, the 5 of diamonds, the 5 of spades, and the 5 of hearts, signed by the requester and also in chat right now, Charlie's Beats. So what we need to do is show you that, look, I have 3 cards here and 1 card here, and I'm going to go ahead and make 1 card jump from this hand to this hand. But hopefully it'll be a little bit clear and not so misleading. So look, all I have to do is shake the packet. And actually that card jumps from here to here. I don't know if you saw it, but it went over there. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do that again, but So I've got 2 over here and 2 over here. And what I want to do is just shake, and then we're going to make this card jump from over here, go over there. And I don't know if you saw it move, but look, I only have the 1 card over here and 3 cards over here. And so look, we've got Charlie's Beats signed 5 of hearts right there. And let's see, what I'm going to do is let's see, how am I going to do this? I'm going to go ahead and, because the ending is how so I might show you guys invisible palm after this, but so I'm going to make this one change a little bit. Actually, maybe not just this one, but look, if I just shake all of the cards, that's actually going to change it from the signed 5 of hearts to a king. But actually, all of these cards are now kings, and none of them are 5s. And that, my friends, is invisible hands. And we're going to go ahead and... Oh, thank you kindly for the applause, Chen the Magic Man. And thank you kindly for the... Yay! The Trek Nerd. Thank you kindly for the claps, Schnagel, Charlie's Beats. Also, thank you kindly for the request, Charlie. Hopefully you enjoyed. I'm going to go ahead and... eat that heat map. And thank you kindly for the claps, Gibson Lens. So I may perform invisible. Let me see here. Let me see here. I may want to perform invisible palm. So that version of the trick was basically a trick that is a portable version of this trick, invisible palm. So but you basically do everything in the hands. And invisible palm, I can use the table, and this is the first way I learned this trick. Except the kicker is a little bit better, I think, in the other one. So this one I'm just going to do it the regular version, because when I tried to do this fancy one time, it did not work out well. So, oh yeah, actually, hold on. Let me just place 4 cards. Okay, so we have 4 cards. And what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and place one of the cards down here. Now I have 3 cards over here in this hand, and you may have heard of a magician's technique called palming. So at certain times when I have a card palmed in my hand, you may be able to see it if I were to expose the card being in my hand. But actually, this technique is a little bit different. It's called the invisible palm. And what I can do is I can palm the card, but invisibly. So I don't know if you can tell. If I try and expose it, it's there, it's just invisible. And you won't be able to see it until I want you to see it, and there it is. So yeah. Now here's the thing. Some magicians will say don't do the same trick twice. Well, we're going to break that rule. So once again, if I were to expose a palm like this, you can kind of see it peeking out the corner there, right? But now if I were to palm but invisibly, so if I show you, it's not there. Well, it doesn't appear to be there. It is there, it's just invisible. And I don't want you to see it until I want you to see it. And it'll appear here. And then finally we have our 9 of spades signed by our friend Sencha Katner. So we'll go ahead and leave our 9 of spades signed by Sencha Katner there just for a second. And we're going to palm this off of the bottom of the deck. So if I just, you'll see that it's still there just until the last second. The last second is when it goes to disappear, because look, I've invisibly palmed it. It's still there, it's just invisible, and you won't be able to see it until I want you to see it, which is now. And if I show you these other cards, I mean, these other cards don't matter. The one that matters is obviously the Sencha Katner signed 9 of spades. And that, my friends, is the invisible palm. So yeah. So that is I think the version of an invisible palm trick that Invisible Hands is based on. Thank you kindly for the wows and for the claps. Wasabi, Chan the Magic Man. Okay, alright. I think it's probably... I'm starting to think about closing down. So let's go ahead and do a last call. If anybody wants any more magic, now's the time to request it. And then, of course, if there aren't any, I will still do a finale trick, and then we'll find somebody to raid, and that is, yeah. I'm gonna say, I think we did a lot of magic tonight. Let's see. The Truck Nerd says, I'm doing invisible clapping. It's there, you just can't see it. Well, thank you. I appreciate that you are doing invisible clapping. Whether you mean that figuratively or you are quite literally clapping and I can't hear you, I thank you. And thank you so much for the claps, Charlie. All right. Oh, let's see. There is one other kind of newish trick that I may want to do as well. It won't be the finale. I don't know if it's strong enough to be a finale, but... let me see here. Oh, we got a bunch of tricks. Okay. Well then. Alright. Oh, and Charlie's got the Rubik's Cube, and then we got the coin mate. Okay, alright. Well, we're doing a bunch of tricks, and I'm just going to go ahead and let me close the queue, because that looks like it will take probably the rest of the time. Chan, if it is alright, I'm going to make Picasso Aces the finale, because I think you know I do like to end with that trick. So we'll go ahead and do that. So Picasso Aces, and I do want to, because I just prepared for this, and I will call it Magician's Choice for now until I have a, but I don't want to do it last. So let me do my Magician's Choice first, then we'll solve the cube, then we'll coin Matrix. Actually, no, wait, we'll coin Matrix and then we'll solve the cube. Hopefully that's okay with you guys. And then I will do my usual, like, thank everybody while I'm solving the cube. So, okay, alright, I think that makes sense. Okay, alright, great. So, FYI, this is the new experimental trick. I mean, I recorded it for YouTube, so, I mean, but I'm not fully familiar with everything. So there's a good chance I could mess this up. Alright. I'm going to do this the original way, not the way that I presented it, because it's a lot to remember. Okay. Alright, so I have two cards, and these two cards are going to represent cannibals eating people. And these threes will represent our people. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and slowly take each one of these people, and they're going to be eaten by the cannibals. So if I show you, this three is in between the two black kings, who are the cannibals. And they are going to, and look, if I do this, it's going to simulate the bones crunching in between the cannibals' teeth. And so now if I show you, that 3 is gone, because if I show you, it's not on the top, it's not on the bottom, and we just have the cannibals. Now, if I go ahead and take our next victim, and I show you, if we place that victim in between the two cannibals, and I go ahead and I have them crunch, 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 you can hear the crunch, and they are going to go ahead and eat the cannibals again. Or sorry, the cannibals are going to eat the other person again. I know, strange, right? Okay, and then now if I go ahead and get a third victim, and we're going to go ahead and place them in between the two black king cannibals again. And crunch, 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 crunch. They're actually going to, yeah. Now we have one final and third victim, but this person somehow had an indication that they might be attempted to be eaten by cannibals. So what's going to happen here is we are going to get to the point where the cannibals will attempt to eat this person, right? But what we're going to do is they attempt to crunch on that person, and they did not realize that they had prepared their flesh with this bad tasting and poisonous to cannibals stuff, and they ended up regurgitating that particular person. But actually the cannibals proceeded to regurgitate each and every one of the people that they ate. And since the cannibals ate nothing and you are what you ate, the cannibals aren't around anymore. And if you take a look, the cannibals aren't here or there, they're gone. And that, my friends, is a cannibal's card trick. So let's see. The Trek Nerd also plays Words on Stream invisibly in my chat. Oh, excellent. Yes, I do. We got confirmation from the Trek Nerd. That's fine. All right. Oh yeah, that's fine. Was for moving Picasso aces to the end. Almost perfect. Yeah, almost. So I think it went okay. I liked it. You said the final third instead of the fourth? Oh, no! Okay, then yes, that was a mistake. But as I said, new experimental trick. I haven't done it myself in that way. And my YouTube performance, I themed it as a Star Trek thing. So the Trek Nerd, if you were interested, you may want to check that out. But anyway, yeah, if anybody didn't know, I have a ton of... wow, that was... YouTube. That was pretty bad. If anybody wants to check out my YouTube, feel free to check it out. Usually I have new tricks go up on Mondays. I have my old Magic VODs go up on Fridays, and then now my Sea of Stars video game streams, they are going up on Wednesday and Sunday. So a lot of content. If anybody wants to check stuff out, feel free, and if not, no worries. Thank you kindly for the claps. Jan the Magic Man, Schneegel. Alright, and that was this. Okay, now we're going to be performing a trick called the Coin Matrix. This is like the only trick that is not a fully card trick. This is a coin trick, really, but... let's see. I first need coins, and I can legitimately set up while here. So I have 4 cards, 4 coins, and I'm going to place the 4 coins kind of in 4 different corners. We do want them to be all viewable on camera. And I'm going to go ahead and cover each one of the coins with a card. So there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the coins teleport from corner to corner. And hopefully we'll get them all to be in the same place by the end. Now if you take a look, I'm going to make this one jump up there because watch. Take a look. This happens fast. This one's going to go up there. There we go. And then this last one. And there we have... Oh, thank you so much for the transporter sound. Mark Rides. Yes. Great job in all seriousness. Thank you. Thank you kindly, Mark Rides. Greatly appreciate it. And yeah, so that is the coin matrix. So, yep. I've thought about trying to do more to expand this. I have not gotten there yet, so I know there's more phases that I could do, but I'm not sure if I'm equipped to do them yet. So, let's see. Chandler Magic Man says it's bedtime for me. I'll watch Picasso Aces when VOD goes up. Take care, everyone. Oh, thank you kindly for the request, Chan. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'm running, I guess, a little bit later than I anticipate, but yes, definitely take good care of yourself. Definitely go to sleep, rest well, and yeah. Once again, if you're not following Chan the Magic Man and you're looking for more magic on Twitch, please give Chan the Magic Man a follow. So, thank you kindly for the applause, Chan the Magic Man, and thank you for the dang Schnagel, and thank you for the transporter mark rides. And Wasabi, thank you so much for the request. Wasabi, do you know how to perform the coin matrix? I'm just curious. And change streams tomorrow on Magic Mondays. And Chan. Alright, so next we have the only trick that's not a magic trick on the list, and it's solving a Rubik's Cube. So first I'm going to scramble this, but while we scramble this, Wasabi, don't perform it a lot. I mostly work with cards. Yes, I'm also mostly a sleight of hand card magician, so... Checking the gaff meter. Hi there, Nam. Just lurking here. Yeah, welcome in, checking the gaff meter, and hopefully you are doing well. Thank you for stopping in, and thanks for lurking. I greatly appreciate it. Hopefully you're doing well. Autocorrect is the bane of my existence. Isn't it everybody's? So, while we're here, while I'm scrambling this cube, thank you so much to everybody for coming out and hanging out with us tonight. Thank you so much to everybody who interacted with stream, whether you requested a trick, clicked on a heat map, remembered a card, chose a card, made any other decisions. I greatly appreciate it, and thank you for being here. Without you guys, this wouldn't be as fun as it is. And honestly, I'm doing this because it's fun. Like, I wouldn't do this if it wasn't fun. It also keeps my skills sharp, but honestly, making it fun, it doesn't feel like I'm working. Like, you know, like sometimes magic practice can feel like working. It doesn't feel like I'm working. So thank you so much for that. Thank you so much to everybody who has been lurking as well, because as I always say, if I was just at home practicing, there's no magic happening because I'm just fiddling with cards. I know how the tricks are done. You know, the magic happens in your mind. And then also thank you to everybody who helped support the stream today. Thank you for the bits and for the resubs and subs. So Schnagel, thank you for subbing today. And Alchemutation, thank you for the bits. Chan the Magic Man, thank you for the bits. Andrew War, thank you for the Prime sub. And then also, let's give mod love to our mod, Gibson Lens. If you're not following Gibson Lens, once again, great pianist. Plays a bunch of awesome music, has composed a bunch of awesome music. Also will be presenting with me at TwitchCon. This will actually be the first opportunity I get to meet Gibson Lens in real life, so this is going to be super cool. So thank you, Nam. You're welcome, Bert. And then let's see, what else? Let me know if I am forgetting or missing something, but if not, I'm going to go start solving this cube. And then we will hopefully proceed from there. And let me not forget how to solve a cube, because it would be kind of embarrassing to not be able to solve the cube. I understand that I'm not good enough, that if it takes a little bit longer, it's fine. But if I can't solve it at all, that to me would be embarrassing. And I don't get easily embarrassed by a lot of things. So. Whoa, wait. I messed something up. La la la. It's okay. That's okay. If I mess up the easy part, that's okay. Alright, I have the top layer solved and all of the resulting sides of the top layer. So now I'm going to do the middle layer, the second layer, as people will call it. Okay, I got lucky in the second layer. I didn't have to do any of the difficult parts. Okay, bottom layer. Now, if I do this, most of this has to be like muscle memory because it is basically algorithmic. Oh my god, I didn't have to do much. That was amazing. I only have to swap one pair of corners. Okay, this scramble was not really that crazy. And then I have to, okay, this is the one thing I have to do this twice. Okay, and then, wait. No, did I mess this up? Oh, no, wait. Oh, I did mess it up. Holy crap, I made, oh, okay. Don't start over, Nam. This is not, hold on, I'm trying to see if I can logically recover from this. Or if I have to, I may have to backtrack because I've messed this up. I'm really close, so it's just kind of like the middle pieces around these parts. So what part needs to go here? So it's this one. So actually, what if I just do this, this? Okay, that puts me back to where I was. Okay. Oh man, I did this once earlier, and then I have to, okay. Oh, yeah, okay, there we go. All right, okay, woo! Almost messed that up. There we go. Solved now. Okay, boss trick Rubik's Cube. No, this was not a boss trick. Yeah, there was a time where I did forget how to do something in the middle, and I spent like 3 or 4 minutes on it, and I was like, wow, and that felt really bad. But that's okay. This time, I was just like, wait, and I figured it out. So, crisis averted. Crisis averted. Okay, so, all right, and that was everything. I believe I said thank you to everybody. Thank you for anybody who's been coming out to the Sea of Stars streams as well, because that's been fun getting to know some of you, because I know that I have kind of a short Magic stream, and so it's kind of tough to get to know people here, so I've been getting to know people on the other streams, so thank you for stopping in and saying hi. I do understand if people want to drop off and not watch any more Sea of Stars. It's because if you want to play it, like I'm deep in spoiler territory now, so I get it. Like that's fine. All right, so we have one more trick. The finale. This is one of my favorite finales. Picasso Aces, and so basically, assuming that I don't mess this up, this will be the last trick. If I do mess it up, we're doing another one because I'm not ending stream where I mess up. So. That is, that's the stipulation, basically every time. Okay. All right, and thank you, Wasabi. You're welcome, Wasabi. I greatly appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by back on a Sunday stream, so you can check out the magic. So, hopefully you had fun. Hopefully you enjoyed. And thank you everybody else for stopping by as well. And all right. I'll probably do another round of thank yous after I do the final finale. All right, here we go. Picasso Aces. So, what I have here is a deck, but this deck is not the same as where these aces came from, because these aces are red-backed, and this is a blue-backed deck. So, if I show you the Ace of Hearts, red-backed, Ace of Clubs, red-backed, Ace of Diamonds, red-backed, and Ace of Spades, red-backed. Now, these 4 aces, so this is an ace assembly, but it's a lot more visual because you'll be able to see because all of the aces are red-backed. So now what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and spread these out, and the Ace of Spades will leave up here. And what we want to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab 3 cards and place them on each one of these piles. So there's 3, 3, 3, 3, and then we're going to square up each one of these piles. And first order of business, let's once again bring out our magical talent of the stream, the deck sock. All right, deck sock, help me out here. Okay, so look, if I show you, we can still see the ace here, but all I have to do is tap the deck sock. And that's going to swap cards from here to there, because now if I show you all of these cards, 1, 2, 3, 4 are all blue backed, and none of them are aces. Because that ace has jumped up to there. So before we had just the one red ace of spades, but now we should have 2 red aces and 2 blue cards. Because look, I know, is that strange? Super strange, right? Once again, let's go ahead and show you, look, we've got that right here. And even if I just reverse count the cards like this, it doesn't disappear until I touch the deck sock. The deck sock will make a swap. And I'll now show you 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. All of them are blue. And none of these are aces. But if I show you now, before we had 2 and 2, 2 red, 2 blue. But if I show you now, we should have 3 red and 1 blue, which we do. So that's correct. Good job, deck sock. Thank you for making me look good this time. And now for this pile. So some people want to see that ace. And sure, I'll show you that, look, this red-backed card is indeed the ace, ace of diamonds. Ugh. Wow, I may just make this a boss trick just because I fumbled cards, but that's okay. So look, I can even show you, if I go ahead and I hold it like this, you can see that red-backed ace, and if I show you the front, you'll see that the ace is still there, right? But all I have to do is touch the deck sock, and actually all of the cards are now blue-backed here. And if I show you the faces, I can spread them all out, they are all not aces. And if we go back up to this pile and I show you, all of them are red backed, and they are all ace of diamonds, ace of spades, ace of clubs, ace of hearts. And that, my friends, is Picasso aces. One of my favorite tricks to perform. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. All right. Ams Andrew, thank you so much for the bits. Greatly appreciate it. Let's see. Mark Wright says, thank you for having us. You're welcome. Wasabi says, thank you. You're welcome. And Gibson Lens, thank you for the emotes. Wasabi says, holy cow. You've never seen that one, Wasabi? It's great. It's great. Yeah, it is a trick from Max Maven. So actually recently passed away. I forgot it was last year or 2 years ago, but the last 3 years kind of just all anyway. But yeah, one of my favorite tricks to perform. Thank you kindly for the claps and the emotes. Gibson Len, Schneegel, Ames Andrew, Mark Rides also says wow. Thank you kindly for the wow. I greatly appreciate it. And I would say with that, and thank you kindly for the claps, Charlie's Beats. Let's call that a stream, and let's find somebody to raid. Mark Wright says, I have to learn the invisible palm because I'm guessing several tricks use invisible palms. I mean, there are a lot of tricks if you want. Gibson Lens, thank you so much for all the claps. Wow, there's a lot of claps. I only recognize like maybe a third of those. Actually, now if I look, maybe half of them. I don't know, somewhere between half and a third. Oops, I just kicked my table. All right, let's see who is on. And I hope people are okay. I normally raid out to streamer friends, and a lot of my streamer friends are musicians. So let me see who's available. Oh, wait, have I ever? I may have raided this person once before, but maybe not for a long time. Let me consult the oracle, i.e. my spreadsheet. Oh, I've never raided this person. Oh, wait, are they doing music? Oh, okay, I think I had the opportunity to raid this person once before, but she was not doing music. She's doing music. Hold on, let me see if she's still going. Guys, this is exciting. New raid target.
When it comes to nature value.
Oh, sorry, you may have heard an ad. Oh, also doing a charity stream. Okay, perfect. This is a good time. And they've been going for only 50 minutes. All right, excellent. So I've determined who we're going to raid. All right. Oh, thank you for pulling up the raid calls. So yeah, we got raid. I guessed correctly. Oh yes, yes you did. Gibson Lens. How dare you presumptuous? How dare you be presumptuous and guess correctly? Well done, you win. Okay, so yeah, and thanks for pulling up the raid calls and also sub raid if you wanna. Well, sub rad. Hold on, sub. Man, I'm bad at typing English today. Maybe I would be better at Korean. I'm not really that good at Korean. So yeah, we're going to be rating Alex Shea Music. You may pronounce it Alex C Music, but I think I heard once she pronounced her name in Chinese Alex Shea Music. So next stream all in Korean. No. If I had to do a Korean stream, it was just going to be all K-pop all the time. Which, by the way, if anybody didn't know, I love K-pop. So anyway, thank you so much for everybody being here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, for making this fun, and I love you guys. You know, if I was to do a future stream, I'd have to make sure that the VOD is not saved because for a K-pop music stream, I'd be down for showing everybody all of my favorite K-pop. So, but anyway, so if anybody's left behind, here we've got this. So that's where we're going. Let me copy my own raid call because I forgot to do that the other day when I was playing video games. And I'm like, oh, forgot my own raid call. Sorry, guys. But anyway, once again, so yeah, if you see me during the week, I'm playing games. Next Sunday, I should be doing Magic again. And also, shameless plug, if you're going to TwitchCon, we'll see you at TwitchCon. And there'll be plenty of time to talk more about it. So, there we go. Thank you for the stream. You're welcome. Thanks for stopping in and being here. Zuljanim, hopefully you enjoyed a bunch of magic tricks today. All right, everybody, take care. Have a great night. Have a glorious rest of your day or night, and hopefully your week is a great week. You're welcome. Take care. Bye.